Why is everything so blurry? Fuck! Hey everyone, I hope you're all having a wonderful day out there. I'm Larry and you're watching the Movie Cranks, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my thoughts and opinions on the newest entry of the Resident Evil franchise, starring Robbie Amell, Neil McDonough, Kayla Scardellaro, or however you say her name, and it's directed by Johannes Roberts, the 2021 reboot Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. Years after escaping the Raccoon City orphanage ran by the Umbrella Corporation, Claire returns to a dying town with evil hidden below its surface. Soon, the residents begin to turn into zombies, and along with her brother and her friends, they must find a way out before the Umbrella Corp levels the town. So I knew going into this film that it was a reboot of the franchise that for so many years, almost 20, starred Milla Jovovich, and I knew that was going to be kind of hard to replace, at least for me. I did enjoy some of those films. Number 1 was pretty good, and I believe it was number 3, Extinction, is still a guilty pleasure of mine today. And I do appreciate here that they did try to go back to the horror roots of the games, but for me, this one just didn't work out too well. The story of this movie really is almost non-existent. There is very little dialogue. They could have easily told these actors here to improvise these lines and still came out with the same plot that they actually did. And while I'm on the topic of some of these actors, I really do have to talk about it. These are B-list actors in a franchise that's very big. And that made no sense to me. I guess you could say they're A-list TV actors. And that's what a lot of this film really comes out feeling like. Just a long TV series that got condensed into a smaller movie. I knew at the beginning of this film this one was going to be hard for me. It starts off with a scene with a truck driver hitting a girl, and he literally smashes her. And they go out to see if she's okay, and she's obviously not. And they turn around, and she just gets up and runs into the woods. At that point, they just get back into the trunk and drive off like really nothing ever happened. And she gets over to her brothers, who apparently is some sort of police officer or security officer for the Umbrella Corporation. And she tells him, and he acts like he doesn't even really care. It's just stupid decisions like this that just keep happening over and over. And this movie comes with a big character problem. Very large, especially one who I thought was going to be a big part of this movie, who actually is kind of a big part of this movie, who's intentionally set up to be stupid, to screw up things, to mess up things, and it never comes back to make them better. They don't learn anything. They're just a stupid person, and it really just kind of forces this on you. And the whole time I'm just sitting here going, why? Why would you make one of your protagonists an idiot? There's a moment here where he's sitting at a desk wearing some headphones, and a tanker comes up, another stupid moment in this movie, just slides right up to basically his front desk and blows the fuck up. And he doesn't even hear it. There's another moment in this movie where there's a helicopter, and it rams right into a building, right into a window, into a room, actually, that two of our protagonists are in, and blows up, and they show them afterwards just getting back up right where the helicopter exploded. But I would have to say my number 1 complaint with Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City is the cinematography here. It is awful. I can't express that enough. For most of the time, I was just kind of hiding my eyes. I was like, oh, God, why is it so blurry? Did they really shoot this entire movie and then realize while they were in post-op that they didn't have the camera in focus the entire time? There's shots here where the whole scene's just out of focus. The background, the foregrounds, the close-ups. It's just a really bad cinematography. It's dark. You can't see anything. This is a movie that has monsters and zombies and stuff like that. And you want to see that stuff. You want to see them get shot. and you don't see it because the movie's so damn dark the whole fucking time. And the movie relies way too heavily on jump scares that aren't really even scary. Most of the zombies in this film are just actors doing stupid stuff like going, ugh. There's like no makeup on them or anything. There is one good CGI moment in this film. I call it the Demogorgon scene because it's a fucking Demogorgon. I mean, there's no way to go past that. They literally copied Stranger Things' Demogorgon. I mean, how unimaginative could this film have actually really been? And when you do finally get to that final scene, the big payoff, where you have the bad guy versus the good guy, guys, the CGI here is some of the worst I've seen in decades. It's actually on the level of The Mummy fucking Returns, when The Rock was in there and he's like, "Arrgh." And anytime there is a really good action scene or something's going on, there is actually this one point in the movie. Oh, it's even worse than the blurry moments. There's about a couple minutes scene there, and it goes on for way too long, where they're just shooting flash cubes at you and pictures of like zombie faces and then Robbie Amell and zombie faces, flash cubes. Shit about gave me a fucking seizure. And when the movie ends, and I gotta talk about this for a little bit, before the post-credit, there's the ending, which I'm going to try not to spoil by saying this, which is going to be really hard. But there's a girl, a young girl, and if you've seen the movie, you're going to know what I'm talking about, who like glues herself to Robbie Amell. And the only thing I could think is, because by this point, they had killed her father in the film. And she's just smiling away, happy as can be, hugging on Robbie Amell. And I'm just like, this is kind of creepy, you know? I mean, it almost seemed like, I don't even want to say. It was just really, really weird. And she even gives him a hug right at the end, a big old hug, like you're my new father. So I have to say this movie really, for me, I did like, again, like I said, the attempt that it made to go back to its horror roots. But its cinematography, the story, the writing, the dialogue, the editing, the acting, everything in this movie is just subpar. I'm going to go ahead and give Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City a D+. And if you do go see this movie, or you rent it someday or watch it on streaming, definitely check out the after credit scene because it actually makes the movie worse. I've never seen an after credit scene where I went, I don't think I even want to see number 2. So Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. Have you seen it? Did you like it? Let me know in the comments below. But that's all I have for today, guys. So until next time, I'll see you later.
That's all, guys. So get the hell out of here. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell for more of The Movie Cranks.